cutie pie with whom I want to be. And I apologize if this message gets you down. Then I CC'd every girl that I'd CC around town. And I hate to see y'all frown, but I'd rather see her smile and wetness all around me true. But I'm no island peninsula, maybe. Boom, that's it. That's it. What's going on, y'all? Hello, world. Hello, America. Hello, you. This is the Pod is Good podcast, the notorious PIG. I am your new best friend, Cashmere, California. Pod is good. And all the time, this is episode 32. Make some noise for it. Make some noise. Episode 32. Welcome. Happy to have y'all here. I got a great guest. I've had him here before, and today we're doing something a little different that we haven't done on any of the other shows, but we talking sports today. I know we're going to get into some other stuff too, but y'all see what I got on, Don't hate it. Don't hate it. You're going to see what he rocking too. So without further ado, if you into that, let's go, man. Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, Reg from the Sev. What's going on, my guy?
What's up, Cuzzo? Yo, that was my first time seeing that new drop, bro.
You like that?
That's exciting. That was exciting to watch.
A little flavor for you.
Yeah, I was like, man, that boy got a couple of dollars. I want to call the IRS on this man.
Yeah, we grind.
We get them taxes.
We try to keep up,
We get them taxes straight.
Hey, Joe Rogan ain't got to do nothing but sit a paper bag on the table. I got to go above.
Yeah, man, it'd be like that.
I got to go above and beyond. I'm just going to go ahead and, just point out the obvious. I see you wearing a hat.
Yeah, you know what it is. Raiders all day. Lost Oakland Raiders. Still the same.
You know
what I mean?
So what's going on with you guys though? What's going on? How y'all doing?
We're terrible.
Okay.
Like every year. I mean, every year we're pretty terrible. This year, I mean, I don't.
I mean, y'all got players. I don't understand.
We always have.
You got dang near the best receiver in the game. You got one of the best running backs in the game.
Yep.
I mean, I don't know why you. I mean, Garoppolo ain't bad, but I just don't know. I don't know why you went to get him.
I don't know either. I mean, like I think every time the Raiders, like, they look good, right? We look good. We got good players out there. We always have a dope running back. We always have very good wide receivers. It's not really the offense, bro. It's the defense to me. Like our defense, like they got cats out there like 5'3", you know what I'm saying? Like cornerbacks, just, you know what I mean? Just every penalty we get, and we led the NFL in penalties for many, many years. It's always under defense because they can't jump that high. So they grabbing, you know what I'm saying, kneecaps, motherfuckers jumping up in the air, they grab their kneecap. Just stupid stuff. But I mean, I hope.
I ain't gonna say nothing about them because I don't know their defense like that. So I'm just gonna go over your word for it.
Yeah, I mean, look, I just always I always thought that I always motivated by the Raiders. I always been a Raiders fan everywhere I go, because when you traveling around, military, whatever, like you have to represent all of California. But like, if 49ers playing and I'm in Germany or something, I'm like, go 49ers, you know what I'm saying? Right. But really it's always been Raiders to the day I die. Yeah. I refuse to watch the games on Sundays. I don't want to have heart palpitations. You know what I'm saying? We be up 16-0 and they lose it. You know what? I digress.
Yeah, you know what? When y'all played in the preseason, when you played the Niners,
yeah,
and y'all beat the Niners, it's like I know that you didn't play the Niners.
Yeah.
But sometimes a W still just be feeling good. You're like, I don't care who was on the field.
But you can't tell us Raiders fans it ain't a dub. You know what I'm saying? We beat the Battle of the Bay. You know what I'm saying? Like, we won. That's end of the. I don't care who you put out there. They have 49ers jerseys on. We had Raiders on.
They did. Just true.
Somebody won. Somebody lost. So
what are we talking about?
What are we talking about here? I don't understand. Numbers don't lie. So now as we get on in the season and
Uh,
things like that.
yeah,
Then we can
well,
start talking about, you know,
yeah.
what that meant. But right now, it's a dub.
You know, my Cowboys are like that too, man. Like we will have like a
Yeah.
dominant team on paper. You're like, oh wow, yeah, they going to the bowl this year, and then we won and done in the playoffs, and I'm like, what happened? And then who the person that wins the Super Bowl? And let me not say that. Let me say by the time you get down to the conference championship, you're looking at it like your team could be in this group. It ain't like
Yeah.
they're just way past what your team got to offer.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you watched this weekend, but week one was was brutal. My Cowboys wreaked havoc on defense against those pesky division rivals, the New York Giants.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't even we hung the worst Zippo in NFL or actually in Cowboy history.
Yeah.
40 watt. Like, why'd
I
y'all
mean,
even suit up?
yeah, y'all, you know, I'm a Dak Prescott fan. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I like his struggle. Or not really struggle, but I like his movement. But he's also just overrated, kind of. Like,
Not kind of. I mean, to be honest, I feel like after last year, his rating went to where it was supposed to be because he lost the game. Let's
yeah,
just call it what it is. Like
yeah, yeah,
they did everything right to win against the 49ers. They held
yeah,
McCaffrey to like under 20 yards. They held Debo to like 13 yards. Like, come on, nobody was doing that. They held the whole team to under 20 points. Like the 49ers was flying high on everybody. They did what they needed to do, and this guy was throwing end zone picks, red zone picks. I'm like, what are you doing, bro? Who you play for?
Dak Dak Prescott is the Jamarcus Russell of the Cowboys. It's like he'd be like, "You're supposed to go that way." Like he's always yelling at somebody, which obviously his fault. You know what I'm saying? And then he just be out there just diamond earrings, diamond necklace on, just like too much money to care. You know what
Right,
I mean? Like,
right. I'm
uh,
wondering what this year is going to look like with Mike McCarthy calling plays because they say it was Kellen Moore's problem that Dak looked a certain way because of the play calling, and I can't take that away because sometimes coaching will do that.
yeah.
Sometimes you look at a strong team like the Lakers or somebody, and you're like, they got all the pieces. Like, well, why it ain't coming together? And it'd be something behind the scenes that you as a viewer just can't pick up on. So I'm like, maybe, maybe.
Did you happen to catch that Netflix was that the Giants or no, the Jets little thing?
Oh yeah,
I forget what it's called.
Hard Knocks.
Yeah, Hard Knocks.
Yeah,
Like the field of dreams of NFL.
yeah, yeah.
It to me like the chemistry of the Jets, bro. Like I think that's what a lot of teams are missing. You know what I mean? Like I feel like, and I mean, they could say it's cap for TV or whatever it is, but like I feel like watching that. Then I watched the game last night. Like I'm not a Jets fan at all, but
Hmm.
like knowing, you know what I'm saying, those guys and like seeing their story a little bit, you know what I mean, and you see them playing, it's like I think their chemistry is why they're going to be a threat in the NFL. And maybe other teams have that because this is like the first time that they've done something like that, and
Hmm.
I think it's only just because of Aaron Rodgers, coming over to the
Well,
Jets.
that's over.
Yeah, bro. Like what he
Um,
spent like 22 seconds on the green.
I feel bad. I shouldn't even laugh because I'm like, I know Jets fans were like, yes, this is our year.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Since Vinny Testaverde,
Yep.
this is finally our
Vinny Tester. Yeah,
we are going to the bowl. Aaron Rodgers is taking us to the promised land.
yeah.
4 plays in, he is out for the season.
Season. And it's so bad. Like watching that Netflix show, you're like, it built up such a like suspense because like we were watching like the last episodes as the first game was starting last night. And
Right.
And then it was so quick. We tuned in like first half. It was like, where the hell is Aaron Rodgers at? Like two players like, yeah, Aaron Rodgers questionable to return. Like,
What?
did did the signing not go through? Did not get paid? Like he was just on Netflix.
Oh, and then you
Yeah,
look
it was
at the
quick.
score, and it's like, hold on, y'all only got 3, so he ain't score before he
He's
left.
he didn't do he was 0 for 4. 0 for 4. And I'm a Rodgers fan, man, but like I feel like 40 NFL versus 40 civilian is two different 40s.
It's
You know what I
two
mean?
different
I
forms.
think your body, like everybody, oh my, I'm tired. It's like, but you've been getting beat up for
Right.
20 years,
That's different.
tackled, you know what I'm saying? Like
That's
stretched out, you know what I mean? Like the whole thing. So I
yeah.
feel like maybe it's time for Aaron Rodgers to kind of
Oh. that that quick little 4 and out.
and
Yeah.
it wasn't bad. It wasn't even it wasn't even like he was doing anything other than trying to throw the ball. Like all he did was say hike, he backed up, somebody rushed him, he said just glass ankles, just
That's it.
and he's
Uh,
out for the season.
Real
Like,
quick in the chat, my man Jay Militant, I see you, bro. He said, "What's cracking? How about them Niners though? Bang bang. Niners did do great. I can't hate. Like I love football enough to even love my rivals, and yo, the Niners be showing up and showing out all the time.
they do, man. I mean, just because Las Vegas is not the Bay, and you try to support Bay Area, you know what I mean. Like I feel it, you know what I'm saying. Like I'm like, okay, I still just can't. I think I have like one Niners hat, you know what I'm saying, that I bought probably like in 2003
Right, right.
because I saw it and they were like, just please take the hat. You filled up on pump one. Take this hat, please. And I was like, all right, I'll take it.
I'll
Uh,
take it. I'll
I'll
take it.
take it. Fuck it. It'll make it. You put hats in the back of your window in your car.
Yeah.
Yeah, I threw it back there, and I think it's like sunburnt, like half the hat from being in the sun. But yeah,
Yeah.
I support the Bay Area, man, and I think Niners got a pretty good squad this year. Um, like who is their quarter? Is their quarterback the same from last year?
Well, they went through 4 quarterbacks last year, and
Oh,
so and so
God,
they are sticking with Brock Purdy, who definitely did
Purdy,
the
yeah.
best out of everybody that they had behind center. Brock definitely did the
Well, they
best.
still got Bosa. Bosa's a beast.
Oh yeah, Bosa's the top paid
Yeah,
defensive player right now in the league or of all
yeah,
time.
yeah. Bosa's a
And
beast.
until my man Micah get his, because his deal coming up, we're gonna go on step word up above that. But hold on, but Jay talking about let's go ahead and make this 3 straight L's in the playoffs between us. Okay, first off, you getting
What
ahead of yourself, bro.
the Cowboys?
Yeah, because the Niners they done dealt with the Cowboys. I can't even front.
Yeah.
They done, if they may not have made it to the promised land, but they definitely made sure that they cleared the Cowboys, and that's a feat. And we got to eat that. Even last year, I felt like that was the year. Even I had 49er fans hit me like, yo, y'all should have won that game. Like, y'all played. Y'all should have beat us
I
that
mean,
game.
it's
And we
the
still
it's
found
that
a way to lose.
it's that Dak shit, man. Like Dak don't want to win. Dak just want to. They told him it's like in order to get paid, you have to play in the game. He's like, all right, fuck it, I'll play.
Dak want to do pillow top mattress commercials. Dak sleeping in slow motion.
Yeah.
Stop sleeping in slow motion and play. So I think we got y'all talking to Jay. We got the 49ers week 5. And looking at our schedule, there's a possibility we might, and looking at the Cowboys schedule and the 49ers schedule, there's a possibility that by the time we clash in week 5, we both undefeated. There's a
Very
chance.
possibly.
There's
I
a chance.
mean,
Looking at the schedule, there's a chance, especially with Rodgers out, because that was kind of the one I was like, that could go either way. But I don't think Wilson got nothing. I don't think he got.
no. Oh, okay, I thought you was talking about Garrett Wilson, that
Oh
wide
no,
receiver. They wide receiver. That boy is nasty.
Yeah, he's not.
Like hit the like against the Giants last night or above the Bills. That
He's
boy was catching, and you know Wilson can't throw, so that boy was catching everything,
right. But
trying to
it
win the
always
game.
but you know it always looked better when you playing lesser talent though. You know, you once Wilson is standing across from either Gilmore or Diggs, then we're gonna see. I'm not saying he
Okay,
ain't. So I'm not saying he's not gonna still make some great plays. He's gonna score all that. But what
yeah.
I'm saying, he ain't gonna have a field day that he did. You know what I'm saying?
Bill Bill's defense is pretty dope though. Like, what's the old boy name? Not Moreno. What is that linebacker's name? I forget. They got a couple. They got a couple stars on their
Yeah,
team that made it difficult. Like when the Jets tried to get in that red zone, the Bills was not having that. You know what I'm saying? Like they
yeah.
can go on a. They went on an 84-yard run from their own end zone with Cook. Was it Cook or Hill? I think it was Cook. But
Probably,
anyway, all
probably.
the way, yeah, 84
Oh,
yards, and then he just ran out of gas. Like he was right there. They was in the 10-yard line and had to kick a field goal. They was like, nah, we don't play that short shit. You can
yeah.
get these long things all the time, but when it comes to scoring, I don't know. But
And it is true. They do have. I'm kind of gassing to say they don't have that great of a defense. I don't feel like they're as strong as Dallas's defense, and I definitely don't feel like their defensive line is what ours is. So the pressure that we're able to put on the quarterback to force those passes
yeah,
puts our DEs in great position. But I think they did have like number 4 or number 5 defense last year. So they ain't bad.
Milano, that's his name, Milano.
Milano.
Yeah,
Okay. All right. All right. I've been, you know what, like my son has really helped me to get back into my just loving football and like dang near rooting for everybody. Cause you know, kids, like he loves the Cowboys because obviously his dad loved the Cowboys.
yeah,
But when every other game to come on, he's like, who we going for?
yeah,
Who
yeah,
we going for? So then you end up just constantly picking other teams, and then you
yeah,
like, oh, they actually, you know, they doing pretty good. So I
yeah,
done fell in love with the Browns, the Dolphins. They've been looking great.
yeah, 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 yeah,
Like
yeah.
they got
Dolphins has been sneaking for the last couple of years, coming through
man,
and like and being impressive. Last couple of years they really been doing a good job out there. Um, Browns too, yeah, I like the Browns.
yeah, big up,
Never really even paid attention to them. You know what I
right,
mean?
right,
But yeah, they've been a creeper too.
yeah.
Um, Everybody else, I mean, besides the Raiders, is trash to me. I mean, it's just maybe I have a biased opinion.
Well, if everybody else is trash, then answer Jay's question about what are your thoughts on KC getting back to the Super Bowl?
Oh no, I think um Mahomes is too like Mahomes ish
Mm-hmm.
for the people to kind of that he's playing with to keep up with him. You know what I mean? Like sometimes the antics and the like craziness makes good football and good entertainment, but it
Yeah,
don't make good football. And I think, you know, they got shown that like you can't just you get sometimes you got to just play good football.
yeah.
And what Kelsey was out, right? So like
Kelsey was out. Yeah,
yeah, so he didn't have his go-to, you know what I mean? And like
yeah,
sometimes that like Aaron Rodgers, like their whole Jets thing, and I keep bringing it up just because it's still fresh on my mind for watching that show.
yeah,
The whole time the focus is on learn Aaron's ways, learn his count, learn his cadence, learn
yeah.
it, you know what I mean? And then 13 seconds into the game, first game, Aaron's going. Now Wilson's like, hey, I only had 14 snaps this whole training camp. I've been sitting over there getting, told what to do the Aaron way. Now I
Yep.
got to do it the
I've been
Wilson
over there
way.
separating the Gatorade colors. I was
Yeah,
the reds over here, the yellows.
yeah. I feel like sometimes that happens to other teams too. Their
Yeah,
star player goes out, and now it's like, okay, we've been running these, designing this offense to kind of, get this person free. So da 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 da, and like when you take that element out of there, now you got to rely on the secondary choices. But I don't think a lot of camps focus on. Well, they probably do on the side, but like for the main meat and potatoes, they're not focusing on that. So I think they'll do good. I don't think they're going to do bad, but I don't see them in the Super Bowl. I think it's probably going to be probably the Giants are going to go, and probably not the Giants. Probably the Jets are going to go,
I was
and
sitting here like,
the
did I
Giants,
just tell you that they got?
mollywops. Yeah, yeah.
You think they gonna just
I don't
rebound
know
to the Super
if I
Bowl?
if I got to pick four possible. I'm just saying four because I think it probably is four. Um, it would be the Jets. I hate to say it, probably San Francisco. Just because San Francisco does really good if they can get in the playoffs. If they can get in the playoffs, they're going to do really good because they always do. They just
They do.
it's always up to them to lose it, but they
Yeah.
do good in the playoffs when they get there.
Yeah.
Maybe the Cowboys, and maybe I'm gonna just throw a wild card out there. I think the Cardinals,
Okay, so then
because
AFC.
nobody's paying attention to the Cardinals.
Who's the
Oh, hold
AFC?
on, I just picked random teams that aren't even, but
But I
one
think
of those four.
Cardinals
One
are
of
in the
those four.
AFC and the Jets, I believe. So you believe that the Cardinals, I think that's right. You believe that the Cardinals and the Jets, either one of them will be able to beat the Chiefs to get to the Super Bowl
Yes,
and beat out the other heavy hitters like the Bengals, the Bills. I mean, there's some other AFC teams.
I just don't. I don't think. I think I'm just going off of like energy. How people are playing from first whistle to last whistle. Like I feel like um, the energy that these teams have is it's a lot to keep up with, and like the heart and like their hunger to like what I'm saying close out.
Yeah.
Let me say this about Jimmy G: as long as he stays healthy and not,
Who's that, Jay? Yeah,
yeah,
let me say this. Jay Militant says, let me say this about Jimmy G. As long as he stays healthy and not make those boneheaded throws, the Raiders have a good chance making it to the playoffs.
but he's going to,
He's going to. You
he's
can't.
going to.
You can't say that. You can't.
No, that's
That's like saying, well, as long as Mahomes doesn't try to sidearm it or go
yeah,
across his body, like that's him. That's part of his makeup.
yep,
It's been his makeup. You're going to get it. Go ahead and prepare, Raiders fans. There will be a moment
yep,
where you thought this is the day.
yep,
This might be the game that gets you into the playoffs, or it might be the wild card game, and you will look up. The clock will say 0-0-0 fourth quarter, and you'll be thinking to yourself, "That dang Jimmy G did it again."
yep,
It's gonna happen.
yeah, he's gonna piss you off.
If he did it for Shanahan, he's gonna do it at the Raiders. Come on, let's just keep it gangster. There's no
He's
system created better to win than Kyle Shanahan's system. Like that's
yeah,
just
yeah, and it's frustrating because every year we have the same type of quarterback. My guy, I need that. No. You see me doing something, buddy? Just give me a couple seconds, man.
see.
Go.
This is what happens when you invite
Yeah,
fathers
yeah,
on to the podcast. See,
yeah,
fathers, we cannot stop being fathers. I had to. Y'all see, I'm in a whole different setup. I had to go to lot B of the studio.
yeah,
Leave and go
yeah.
to lot B
It's
just to be
it's
able to conduct the show.
it's prime time in my house. This is when all the action happened. This is school out, hungry as a hostage. Wife come in. Why ain't this done? This is prime time for me.
Speaking of
Um,
prime time, shout out to Coach Prime Time and his big win, Colorado.
yo,
Prime Time is nothing
you
nice.
know, you know what's so magical about that, and I understand. Like people are trying to make it about Dion, right?
Yeah,
But the boys went out there and they did it. You know what I'm saying? Like I understand the coach
absolutely,
has a lot of influence and
gotcha,
motivation and leadership
absolutely.
that he provides, and that's just Dion as a person in general, right? But
Yep,
what's so dope about that is showing these kids that you don't have to go to Alabama, Florida State. You know what I'm saying? Like all
right.
of the, you know what I mean? Not Florida State. You know what I mean? But like all these
Yeah,
huge,
yeah. You don't got to be at
football,
Oregon and Nebraska.
yeah, to be on a good team there, and that's why I picked the teams that I pick. I feel like that energy wins games. You know what I mean? Like you can go in there. what was them teams when we was in Pop Warner? We used to play like Oakland and all them, and they'd be like Richmond,
Mm,
and everybody be all intimidated and like, oh, we got to play these, and they're gonna play dirty, and then we
right.
come out winning. You know what I mean? They'd be like, because that energy,
Stomping on the Oakland Dynamites.
yeah, those times, yeah,
Yeah, man.
that
Pop one.
energy, bro. And Wesley get out there and throw 15 different goddamn touchdowns. You know what I mean? Like it was a good time.
Yeah, but you got to salute the coach because that
Yep.
team made a complete 180.
Yeah, they
It's like
did.
he did bring in some new people, but I'm pretty sure I haven't really looked at the roster and in total, but I know there's players that were there before, some new people he probably brought or they joined the team because he was there. I
Yeah.
know he brought new coaches there, and that leadership, man, leadership. That's what people don't understand. There's a reason why a lot of teams, no matter what sport you're talking about, why people hold on to some of their legacy talent even when they're kind of past their prime because the leadership of their experience and their hours in the gym, it means so much. You can't buy it.
Yeah.
But I mean, you just can't give it to the younger guys in any other way than to let them be under a Kobe, than to be under
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers. Like you just gotta walk in those footsteps, and they're
Yeah.
gonna give you that tutelage, just like Mayweather is right now with his gym. He got new cats coming out, and it seems like everybody coming out of his tutelage, they dominant.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because it's the right leadership. So yeah,
Yep.
shout out to Coach Prime. I know he's gonna be, the team's gonna be great this year. You are still in the middle of your four teams, so the two teams that you think are gonna be better than the Chiefs would be, and the AFC would be the Jets and the
Cardinals.
Cardinals.
Yeah.
Cardinals. They still got the quarterback? Little guy?
Um.
Little man?
uh. So. I don't know. Let me see.
Call him little man, what you say?
Little.
Little man, what you say? Yeah, I love the
Little.
little guys though, man. We just, maybe because
Tune.
I'm a little guy, you know what I'm saying?
Clayton Tune.
Like
Never mind. I forgot.
you forgot what?
I forgot it was Clayton Tune.
Clayton
Was
to
that?
oh. Mm,
Yeah.
I
Like
don't know.
I
I
don't
don't
even
get
like. I don't even like his
Super
name.
Bowl MVP being Clayton Tune. It's just hard to see.
Maybe I don't know. I'm just looking at their roster. I've always been a Cardinals fan, man. Though, like secretly, I've always liked their little because they used to have Fitzgerald on there.
Yeah.
Fitzgerald was
For
from the
sure.
Bay, so you just had to respect that. But they always kind of like sneak, like people don't watch their games and shit. Nobody's like, oh, Cardinals. Like you don't hear anything, and all of a sudden they're in the playoffs dominating. They're like, wait a minute, Cardinals about to win. You know what I mean? Like that's why I'm throwing them out there as a wild card. But
Yeah.
no real knowledge of like how they're doing or who they got or
Yeah.
drafted or anything. I just
It's just
know their energies most of the time is really like we gonna make it as far as we can off
yeah.
pure, you know what I'm saying, um, just motivated and doing what they do.
Yeah.
Um, all right, so my other two was the Jets and who did I say?
No, the Jets and the Cardinals were your
Oh, that's
AFC
right.
teams.
FC.
Your NFC teams were the Niners and the
Yeah. And who?
Cowboys.
I didn't say the Cowboys. I said Cowboys.
You
Or
did,
you
man.
just throw it in there.
I'm being. I'm keeping it
I feel
basic.
like I feel like I
You
feel
said
like
roll the tape.
my, my
Roll the
memory
tape.
isn't very good, but I feel like you just throwing Cowboys in.
He
Um,
said it.
maybe, maybe Cowboys. I don't know, man. Like, what gets me about your team is just Dak. Like, he's unpredictable as Garoppolo, like Garoppolo, or Garoppolo,
Go, go.
Garoppolo. Yeah, unpredictable as that guy, man. Like,
Yeah.
to me, he's the Jamarcus fucking Russell. He just be out there throwing that damn ball any way that he can, in any direction he can, and be like mad as hell at whoever don't catch it. Like,
Yeah.
you supposed to go this way. He's over there like this with his head, like diamond earrings, diamond necklace. Like, all right, man, just
I
too much
mean,
money.
I would say if I had to pick, I'm gonna go, down the same lane that you went as far as like picking four. So ultimately, we're kind of picking conference championships to see who's gonna
Who's
go
gonna go?
to the Super Bowl. If I had to go conference, AFC conference, I'm still gonna give it to the Chiefs. I just feel like I don't feel like anybody's except for Burrows. But Burrows is not. I don't know. I still just don't believe in Burrows. But Burrows has the Chiefs number. He lost last year, but he
Yeah.
was killing the Chiefs at home.
Mm.
Every year. I think he was undefeated in Arrowhead. So I give him that. But I still feel like most teams have not figured out how to contain Mahomes. They don't know how to stop the Hall of Famer Kelsey,
No.
and they
Yeah.
just have enough weapons on defense and offense. I feel like they're stacked enough, and they have enough depth that they're still going to be hard to beat this year. So I'm still going to go Chiefs, and my sleeper team is going to be the Baltimore Ravens.
Oh shit! You're not even thinking about them.
I think the
Yeah.
Ravens, the
Yeah.
Ravens got a shot. Like I think Lamar Jackson is one of the best to ever do it.
Mm.
He's got more weapons now. They always got a dope run game. He's a threat. No one else knows how to contain him either. And I
Yeah.
feel like if you look at those two quarterbacks, like for me, those are the most unique quarterbacks like in the game,
Yeah. Yeah.
and both in the AFC. Like they might not be well, Mahomes probably is, but everybody may not consider them like top two. They might put Burrows or Allen or even Herbert or other people up there that are in the AFC. But to me, I think Lamar is like top three quarterback in the AFC from in my opinion because he's just dangerous.
Yeah.
He's
I
dangerous.
mean, yeah, I agree. I didn't think about the Baltimore Ravens. Like Ravens are another team that I feel like are powerful.
Yeah, yeah,
But I mean, I know I'm crapping on Mahomes and like, but I do like Mahomes. I do like that he plays backyard football to me. Like, just a dude that can put the ball places and stuff. I
yeah,
feel like that is the problem that people can they don't know how, like, because he's gonna sidearm it. He's gonna be going down and then throw a bomb, like lob it over everybody's head. Like he's gonna do those type of things where
yeah,
it's very unpredictable and you can't really train people to you know what I'm saying, like how do we do that? Hey, Aaron, I know your ankle's messed up, but lay on the ground and throw the ball sidearm from now. You'll be like, how do you practice?
right,
How do you
right,
counter that
right,
and
right.
prepare for that? But
That's
yeah, you're
very
right.
hard to prepare for. I say so. Then NFC, of course, I'm going with the Cowboys. Like this is what it is. And it's not one of the. I have never been the. It's our year, every single year guy for the Cowboys. I didn't say that last year. I
Mm.
didn't say that the year before. But this year, I do feel like we have probably the best chance because we filled in a lot of gaps. I do feel like our running game could be a little stronger. Tony Pollard's dope. We got some other backups to him, but I miss a early Zeke, explosion.
Yeah,
I wish I had somebody like a McCaffrey or a Derrick Henry or somebody
yeah,
that could break through the hole, not just
just
find the hole, but
train.
bust the
Yeah,
hole open.
yeah,
I don't feel like we really like have that guy,
yeah,
and so I would go Cowboys, and then I can't say this is a sleeper, but just a team that I feel like is very complete, and I kind of feel like they are gonna approach this season with a little bit of chip on their shoulder to say that we don't need him to win. Is the Packers because the Packers got love.
yeah,
Love is looking great.
yeah,
Still got a great run game. The
yeah,
defense is always solid. Like
yeah,
they
yeah.
still got a really good squad without Aaron Rodgers. And like you said, energy. You add that little bit of like, no, we're gonna let them know like just because he going over there,
Yeah.
I mean we just lunch meat now.
The problem with the Packers, and my wife's a Packers fan, so like I've been a Packers fan since um Brett Favre. You know what I mean? Like back in the day.
Yeah.
The problem to me is always their offensive line is trash.
Hmm.
Like even when Aaron Rodgers was there, like that whole collapses so fast that it's hard for Aaron Rodgers to beat Aaron Rodgers.
Well, ask Aaron Rodgers how he feels about the Jets line. Don't seem like that changed much.
Yeah, yeah. That like me and my wife were like, where the hell is Aaron Rodgers? It's like a minute and 32 seconds into the game, and he's already dead on a stretcher with a
Right.
boot on
He
his
is
leg. He had a cart like this, just like,
right. Right. When you see
did
him,
you want this to happen? He's like,
you
cha-ching,
you
guaranteed
see
money.
him 6 minutes in the game, and he started. And now he got a suit on. Like, how you?
Yeah, with a headset. Like, wait a minute. Wait a minute now. Didn't they hire you for the quarterback position? What you got a headset on for?
Right. But yeah, that could be. I mean, there's obviously other, great
Yep.
teams that will probably give it a run for the
Surprise.
money.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
like the like we talked about the Browns, the Dolphins, the Bengals, even the Chargers. Behind Herbert, the Jaguars. Jaguars got
Yeah.
a nice.
Jaguars. Jaguars do got a nice
I
squad.
feel like they'll have a deeper playoff run. I don't see them in the Super Bowl, but they could probably get wild card, maybe divisional, depending on who they playing. Like, it's a possibility.
What about the Commanders?
The Commanders are a sleeper too.
Yeah.
The Commanders, they be pulling it out.
I'm here in DC and
Pause,
like
pause. They be pulling it out. Pause.
yeah, that was wild. That's
Pause.
that was wild. I'm here in the DC area, so like I have no choice but to pay attention to the Commanders because I go outside. They're like, "Yo, you watching the game? You watching the? Look at this! Look at." I'm like,
Yeah.
but they do got a pretty good squad. I don't like with all the drama that was going on with their owners and all that stuff. Like, I hope they had time to like focus on football, instead of like politics and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Because their opening game, like it wasn't very impressive. What was that? And I forget who they actually who they play. Oh, they played the Cardinals. That's right. But yeah, I think they did. So they beat the Cardinals.
See?
Which was
oh yeah. Hold on. What was my bad? I'm missing the chat. My bad, Jay. Jay said, "Oh yeah, not to bring the mood down, but condolences and RIP to former wide receiver for the Bucks and Bills, Mike Williams. Salute, Mike Williams." And they talking about what? They talking at Brady to the Jets. He gonna be hurt in 3 plays. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. You
those elderly men need to just go and get you a job sportcasting.
Like, and he got one. He got a podcast. He on this show. Man, leave that alone. He, got more endorsements than he can handle. You good.
What
You
are
ain't got time for strength training anyway right now.
There's a lot of things that I love doing in my life that you just like, I'm not as good and it's not as fun as it used to be. And I know it's not fun with that brace on your damn knee the entire season. Like, oh, next season I'm gonna get it. You'll be 41 then. Right. Even worse. Because this whole time you on rehabilitation. Like, you wasn't out there running plays, like
and I mean, I can see Brady Brady has a great enough arm and great enough field awareness and his ability in the pocket that if he was going back to a team that had like the top 1 or 2 offensive line, where he knew the protection was going to be crazy, he was going to get that 3 to 5 seconds each time to go through his reads and pick the defense apart. I may not be against it, but clearly, Aaron Rodgers is the prime example that the Jets ain't gonna do that for you. You're going home early, buddy.
Yeah. Only thing you did, you didn't even sign your lease. You still at an Airbnb. They ain't even got your shipment. Shipment hasn't even arrived, and you already laid up brace. Like, I just couldn't believe it, man. Just watching that show, bro. And then, like, I couldn't wait. I'm like, oh, this is what
you thought it was going.
I'm telling you, bro. I don't know if it had the same effect on you as it did on us, because it was like, I'm telling you, like we were finishing the last episode before the
Yeah,
game started, and you
yeah,
seeing him connect with Wilson, connect with Cook, like their chemistry is like boom, 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 there.
yeah.
And then tune into the game, you're like, where the fuck is Aaron Rodgers?
You know what it felt like? It was like the equivalent of like American Ninja Warrior when they like, some of the people they like actually do a backstory and then
Yeah,
it's like some sweeping shot over Delaware and like in the farm lifting hay and
yeah.
hanging on the street poles.
He's like,
They don't touch the ground all the way to school.
yeah, 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 yeah.
And then the first obstacle,
Little bouncy ball, yeah, little bouncy ball, missed footing, and just right on his face.
and the whole crowd's like, hey, oh,
Oh, yeah. That is how it
that
that's how it was.
that was Aaron
The
Rodgers.
Jets fans were sitting down, like just like in disbelief. Oh,
Say it ain't so.
say it ain't so.
And
This is
then
why.
and then what makes it even worse is you watching Aaron Rodgers go away, and then you watch Wilson walk off.
Oh God, with that stupid headband tied around his head. I'm like, take the goddamn headband off
You're
your
not
head.
sweating.
No,
You're not sweating. You done
because
nothing.
you're not even working. You're not even working hard at all. You're just out here fucking around. Oh, and then just it was like soon as he said hike, that defense was in. He ran like 15 yards into his own backfield. Yeah, that's it. The whole time. The whole time I'm like, that boy is running for his life right now. He has no idea
Like
what he's doing.
they need to play that back with like the clown music, and the clown is running and he's falling all over the
Yeah.
place.
Yeah.
I need to
No.
see a clip with that because that's pretty much what that was.
That whole time I was just like, oh my God, Wilson. Like even when he was like in practice, we're just like, you have no confidence in you at all. Maybe he'll be a surprise, man. I don't know. Like, but I'm telling you, that whole season of that show was
Yeah.
like, we need to learn Aaron's calls, we need to learn his cadence, blah blah blah. Wilson, take note.
Yeah, it was all about it.
Uh, yeah, it was. I don't know.
Militant Jay said, "Thanks for being in the chat, Jay. Appreciate you being the third member in the chat. I mean, in the episode today.
Yeah.
Appreciate you." He said, "What's your thoughts on the future of the running back position?" Man, first off, running backs to get disrespected, bro.
You put all your shoes, you
Like,
hung them up. Go get your shoes from
I'm just like,
downstairs, take them
you know,
up to your
saying I'm
room,
just
and put it
Yeah,
in
I'm
the.
mute right back.
running backs have been disrespected. Like everybody knows one key ingredient in any win of a football team is a strong running game. Period. Across the board, it does not matter what type of strategies you run, doesn't matter the play schemes that you run, doesn't matter the style of your quarterback, doesn't matter how good or bad your offensive line or your wide, it doesn't matter. The game has to flow through the running back. So they're essential. It ain't like they're not some. I don't know. I'm trying not to minimize any other players, but they're not a player that you can leave out for a whole drive. There are some people you don't got to go to your tight end in a whole drive. You can run a whole series using wideouts, running backs, QB sneaks, PTO. Like you can do that and not even throw it to the tight end, though he's probably going to play an essential part with blocking. But your running back, you punch it in guy, your 4th and 2 guy, the guy that makes the defense respect what's going on at the line of scrimmage, that gives the receivers and the tight ends a chance at the big plays, at the splash yardage. So I just feel like I get it. The lifespan of a running back isn't what it used to be, and that's because they're the workhorse. But y'all, I don't feel like that means that they get to be disrespected in pay, disrespected in contract, and almost made to feel lesser than. You know what I mean? It's almost like everybody else get a big contract. You franchise tag. I'll think about it. And it's like, but then soon as you need to get in that end zone, the moment your quarterback, rip his whole entire calf muscle out, who you giving the ball to?
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like, come on, man. Come on.
yeah. It's unfortunate, man. And I don't know. I think maybe the glorified, not the glorified, but the prestige of running back over the years, right, has dwindled down
Oh
because
yeah.
there's not too many Emmett Smith plays, Jerome Bettis type of, what I'm saying, hell, even oh, I'm so mad I can't think of his
Marshawn.
name right now. Marshawn Lynch. Like even those type of running backs,
Yeah.
I don't think opportunities are given to them on the field like that because of the passing game has taken priority over the running game. So it's made that position to me feel less important because you have so many people out there trying to throw these Mahomes throwing, throwing these remarkable, and it's not like the wide receiver is the star of that. It's the quarterback, how he threw it, how he got away from saying the defenders and stuff like that. So like the excitement is built around that more so than these running, and even like play designing is
Right.
always, I think, pass first versus running, where it should have been a running game. In the show, they talk about how same thing you said, like the running game that puts defenses on their heels, like
But
that protects you.
there's a reason that Mahomes can do what he does. It's because they've always had a dope running game.
Yeah,
Even last year, Juju McSchuster like ran out the building,
yeah,
and what they do, they ran away with another championship. It's like you can't
yeah,
take it away. It
yeah,
just come on, man. They know they just realize that um or at least they feel like with the right scheme and the right offensive line that running backs are now a dime a dozen, which is
no,
not true. Like a
no,
decent running back, yeah. If
yeah,
you just want positive yardage here and there, the line can make a hole 3-4 yards, boom,
yep,
boom, boom with a workhorse, yeah. But if
yep,
you want somebody that's going to break out, and next thing you know, he got a 189-yard game, he got a 1,500-yard season. Those don't come every year, and
no, absolutely,
so it feels like they are, like you said, they're putting their money with the quarterbacks. They're putting their money with the receivers. They know that that sells tickets. You know what
yeah,
I mean? At the end of the day, it ain't just what happens on the field. It's what happens in the whole stadium,
yep,
and that sells tickets. Those tickets then drive advertising costs. They then drive viewerships. They drive subscriptions. It's like there's a whole
business,
money making model behind it
yep,
that a running back just really don't give that. But at the end of the day, they know behind the scenes, but we're not going to win if we don't have a good running back. And
yeah,
don't nothing push numbers better than winning.
yeah,
You can have
yeah.
all the other stuff you want, but if you lose, you just lose.
You just lose, yeah, yeah.
So yeah, y'all
It's
need to
it's a
step it up, NFL.
it's a very disrespectful position that they put them in.
Yeah, treat them right. Treat them right. So I hear the family all in the back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I know people may not know if they didn't know already. It's a family man right here.
yeah, man,
I'm a family man. We deal with family man type of thing.
yeah,
I heard
absolutely,
Murder Mook. I heard Murder Mook in the battle say the other day he was battling Big K, and Big K, as they call him, the dog. And they'd be saying, "Oh, you in the dog's house now?" And Murder Mook said a line that every married man will feel. He said, "I'm always in the dog house. I'm a married man." And the
yeah.
way he said it was so smooth. I was like, that might have been line of the year, man.
Yeah,
But a married man, that might have been line of the year.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's pretty dope. I gotta watch that battle.
Yeah, that was a good battle. That was a good battle. They battled on RBE. Hold on, my bad. I don't mean to leave the football conversation too fast. Jay said it's interesting because the fullback position is pretty much gone. That's a fact.
Yeah,
Outside of some teams, like the Niners, still use that position. Yeah, like they pretty much washed.
yeah,
Like you said, there's a couple of teams that's got a good fullback, but
yeah,
now it's like they rather run a small receiver as a slot back, and
Yeah.
they'll run a reverse with a receiver
Yeah.
before they run a dive with a fullback. It's like,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
it's like the new fullback is
The tight
quarterback
end. Yeah, or the tight end. Like
or the tight end.
yeah, like
I've seen that too, where the tight end gets behind the center,
yeah.
and he'll take the matter of fact. Does he run it though, or does he throw it? The Chiefs have a play like that, and they got to stop doing it because now everybody knows it. But Mahomes would be like trying to act like he's talking to somebody, but while he's doing that, somebody else done got behind center and hiked the ball, and try to do a little trick play, which is cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. Fullback position is like, oh, we need like 1 yard dive. All right, Jalen Hurts up the middle.
Yeah, or quarterback sneak.
Well,
quarterbacks.
That is the quarterback. So
oh yeah, Jalen Hurts.
Clearly, you're not watching the Eagles. Clearly,
I'm a Jalen Hurts fan. I when you said it, it didn't even click in my head either. I like Jalen Hurts since he was ever since he was in Alabama. He did good. He did good last year. I don't think.
Oh yeah.
I want to go see the Eagles. I'm so close
really
to them. I want to go see. I want to go see them play. But yeah, like fullback position is gone. And like I remember coming up as a kid, like nobody wanted to be a wide receiver at all. You wanted to run the ball.
Yeah.
You mean like running back position was the most competitive position, even in NFL. Like it was just, it was prestigious. It was hard to try to get into that position. But yeah, nowadays, like just thinking about it, from the questions, like it's you don't really see too many.
But the running backs are like, I don't get it. Like to me, the running back is football. The running back is football. I mean, he's the only player that when they get the ball, the other 21 people on the field are in front of him. By the time the receiver catches the ball, it might be one guy next to him. Safety, maybe 3 people, depending on the cover or the route. But the running back gets it, and there's 21 people in front of him, and it's like, all right, let's figure this thing out. Come on, man.
Sorry, I didn't even make it 2 yards. It's like everybody saw me get the ball. Everyone saw me get the ball.
Right,
I got 2 yards out of that. You know what I'm saying? You ran 27 yards away from everyone. It's just you and one other person. Like, yeah.
Right. If you think about it like that, it's like the receivers, they get to go, get routes, they get to get open, and no one knows who's going to get the ball. It's like, you're chasing this person. Do I go here? Where's the quarterback going to throw? You're trying to watch the quarterback's eyes, watch his positioning, which way is he swing out to. But the running back is like the quarterback turns around. It's like, yep, him. I know who's getting it. Everybody get him. And on top of that, they were already going in that direction anyway, trying to get the quarterback. So it's like they've been descending on you since hike. You got to get more credit than what they giving the running back. So thanks for that question, Jay, because I agree, man. The running back position, well, I guess the fullback position has definitely just died off. Maybe somebody will bring it back because that happens with sports. They'll what they'll do is they'll notice that no one else is using this position. They'll start trying to come up with a new scheme that throws off the defense. And then they're like, you know what? If we move him over to fullback, then we could. And then next thing you know, that works. And Andy Reid wins another championship, and now everybody's like in the draft trying to figure out who the fullbacks is.
Dang,
we need a fullback answer too. And then boom, now fullback's in the game.
I didn't even think about that, man. Yeah, that's crazy. Like I can't even think of the last time I seen a fullback do something. Like I'm like, fullback.
Right, he's right. It really is for the 49ers with whatever his Juju name.
Juju. Yeah,
whatever his name is.
Yeah, yeah, that guy.
That guy.
Kyle Seska.
The name with too many consonants.
That's what you need as a fullback. Just some Russian. I play ball. Like give him the fucking ball.
Right. He like, I don't even know what
Just
sound.
get it hit. Just boom, 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 boom. Yeah.
I don't know what sound JKZS makes. Like JKRST.
Just
Cool, man. Cool.
it's
Thank
like
you.
that road in as you're going to Vegas. This is just like Y Z Z Z
Oh
Z
yeah.
Y. It's like,
Yes. Anybody that's ever drove to Vegas from LA knows that street. Because every time you see it, you're like, that can't be real.
can't be right.
Can't be real. There's no XZZYYY street. Why? Why is
Why is that? That's where you go get a good old fashioned mugging. Like it's a dude from there from the 20s. Like, see here, you came down the road. Like, but like they don't know what year it is on that road at all.
at all?
Uh,
Speaking of Vegas, when's the last time you were there?
who me?
Yeah.
Bro, I haven't been to Vegas in probably like 12 years.
Tell me your craziest Vegas story or moment.
Dang, craziest Vegas story. So I was stationed in Fort Irwin in California in the Mojave Desert, which is like maybe 2 hours from Vegas.
Yeah.
But anyway, so like we used to just go there randomly. Like they let us off early on like a Wednesday to be like, they were like, oh, ain't nothing going on. It's like 9:30. They're like, yeah, we'll see you guys tomorrow. We were like, let's go to Vegas. So like literally just right out there. So we spent all night out there, or like all day, drinking. It's like 14, 15 of us from my company, and just drinking, hanging out, partying or whatever. And then we all sitting outside smoking cigarettes, just outside, leaned up against thing. We all fall asleep outside like some bums. Wake up, it's like 7:30 in the morning. We got to be at work at 9.
Oh,
we made it. I don't know how we made it.
I don't know how either.
We made it. It was like a little bit past 9, but like, bro, we like reeking of alcohol, and I was in charge. Like I'm the person in charge. But
you failed.
I failed.
Just
Yeah,
so you
I
know,
failed.
they didn't tell you.
They were like, "Where you guys at? Where you guys at?" I was like, "Hey, we're gonna have a late formation call. I'll see you guys at 10:30." Some things came up, but it's me. I'm in charge. The other dude is in charge. You know what I mean? So like, well, we kind of make our own rules up, but like the head people, they're not with us. You know what I mean?
Right.
So they're like, "What are y'all doing?" I'm like, "Man, we ended up going to Vegas." They're like, "See you guys at 10:30." Like, no, don't be smelling like alcohol.
What they didn't say was, we were there too.
Yeah, we're there. Facts. They probably was there. They probably seen us and was like, "Oh, go this way, go this way, so don't go that way."
The older ones, they probably went to old Vegas.
Yeah, but
with the flamingo chicks,
yeah,
getting boas rubbed across their nose.
Them long ass feathers, they just tickling you.
Whose birthday is it?
Yeah. That's that old Bugsy Siegel type of Vegas.
Right. Oh my gosh.
But that's I mean, that's not a wild story. That's just a funny story that we just felt like literally just was like sitting out there just drunk, passed out, and we just fell asleep right there on the strip. I got some other wild ones that cannot probably be said on camera, but
especially got the family, roaming around.
The family,
they be in earshot. They be like,
yeah.
So when you were talking on the thing, it sounded like you said that you was upside down, and what happened?
Yeah. How many? Then you got arrested? Like what? Yeah. So I don't want to expose game too much, but yeah, that was my Vegas trip. But I haven't been out there in like 12 years, man. The last couple of times I did go out there was kind of like because I was stationed there for 3 years. I used to go so much. Like I said, during the week, on the weekends.
You get tired of Vegas. People don't know. You can get tired of Vegas
quick. You just like it's boring. You really see why people start getting like comfortable suites and like going to see shows,
right?
Like, you know what I mean, like that type of stuff, like the partying and stuff like that. Like it was fun. Don't get me wrong, and it is fun, but you get tired of it so quick, and you just get tired of Vegas. You get tired of people. Just everybody's out there. Oh, it's fake. And you're like,
right. The heat is crazy.
The heat is crazy.
Get tired of looking like I want to go right there across the street but I gotta go 19 blocks that way and then go across and come. I'm not doing it.
And
I'm not.
walking through them long ass casinos, and then just, I mean, it's so
They
small,
got
but
they
like
got the
you
old
said, it's so
cigarette
big.
ladies with
Yeah, just
hello, darling.
it stinks. Fucking stinks in Vegas. Like people don't talk about the smell as much as they should. Like
Yeah.
it's cigarettes, throw up, body odor, like hella over perfume, hella what is that? Bath and Body Works spray shit. Just
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Axe body spray. It just I don't know.
It's a
And then
lot.
it's expensive. Like every time you go there, bro, you're gonna spend some money getting them weak ass clubs.
For real. You can
Just
go to breakfast and spend a couple $100.
yeah.
Like easily, you go to the Aria and go to like the breakfast buffet for 2 people and get some mimosas. You get a couple $100 for breakfast.
Yeah,
Like
and I
easy.
understand it's all about the experience, right? Like you create, it's kind of I don't know. I think every major city kind of has those touristy spots where like that's what you do. You know what I mean? Like, and you're probably a veteran of Vegas too, right?
Yeah. At this
You're a
point,
veteran of Vegas too, so like you don't um necessarily go to the tourist places when you go out there. Like, oh, go to the Buffalo buffet. No, we're going to this buffet over here. You know what I mean? Like
right.
you started like exploring Vegas like that and started hitting, you know what I'm saying, some off the strips type of stuff.
Yeah, because that's
We
when you
got
get good stuff.
yeah, that's when Vegas is the best, the funnest. You're like, oh, I didn't know this was going on, you know,
Yeah.
over here. If
Yeah.
you want to party and stuff, like yeah, the strip is probably cool, but I hated like clubbing out there. It's like when you introduced me to clubbing in LA, and I'm like all excited. I'm like, let's go to the clubs. And you're like, okay, let's go. And I'm like, you can see through the club. It's like 6 people in there, but it's 400 people in line. You're like, why? He's like, because somebody might ride by and see that, hey, this place has a long line. And they waiting for Brad Pitt to show up or some crazy shit. You know what I mean? Like,
right. And guess what's happening? The entry fee is just ticking up.
ticking it up. Yep.
When the first few people, it was like 15 when they got there. Now there's a line of 400. By the time you get to the 50th person, it's like $40.
Yeah, easily.
Like
Easily. Yep.
Easy. And
they don't like how you creased your pants. So nope.
Right.
Oh, you ain't got no girls with you? Nope.
Oh, you ain't got
just
no girls.
two
Yeah. You can pay whatever you want to pay.
Yeah.
Still ain't getting in.
Still ain't getting in.
So just you and your friend guy.
Yeah.
Just you two guys.
Just you two.
Okay.
We're right here. We're right here.
Stand right here,
you two.
man.
You three, right come on around. Yeah. Yep. That should be crazy, man. So I feel like Vegas be like that too. Even if you went like you got to get a table so you know you're getting in at that point. You know what I mean? Like, and I feel like that's how it is out here in DC too, bro. It's just I'm done with it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna pay $250 for the table, and that'd be damn near a person. You know what I mean? Like, and then you get in there like, oh yeah, it gets 1 bottle of Absolute vodka. You're like, Absolute? Like, I used to steal this when I was 14.
All right, man. It looks like you gotta go.
Yeah,
that's what I'm sensing. I'm sensing it's time for you to go.
It's about din time out here, man. I'm gonna have
your
to.
Family needs you. So I'm gonna ask one last thing before you leave. We talked a lot about the teams. I need your final decision. Who wins the Super Bowl this year? Pick your team right now.
I'm picking right now. You heard it here first. Las Vegas Raiders.
Las Vegas Raiders
wins the Super Bowl this year.
Wins the Super Bowl. Jimmy Garoppolo cannot do it with the Niners. He goes to the Raiders and leads them to glory. Let's go, Las Vegas. Let's go, Las Vegas.
I'm sure you're going to say Dallas is probably going to win the Super Bowl this year.
I'm not. I won't even do that. I do feel like Dallas has a strong chance to get there. I don't feel like Dak has shown me enough that with the lights that bright, he's going to shine.
Yeah.
My defense would do amazing work
in
the Super Bowl, and we would probably still lose 9-3. It's like something's still not gonna go right.
Just needed a point, just a touchdown. Yep.
It's just not gonna work. So I feel like maybe it's like I'm just gonna go on a limb, though I don't completely feel like they're gonna win. I'm just gonna say it. I'm gonna give it to Baltimore Ravens. I'm gonna just say
I
the
was gonna say the
Baltimore
Ravens.
Ravens are gonna win the Super
I
Bowl.
was gonna say the Ravens. Truthfully, I mean, I don't think the Vegas is gonna do a goddamn thing. That can't be what y'all got out of that. But yeah, I was gonna say the Ravens. I do like the Ravens squad. And maybe even Philly, like maybe even the Eagles.
Definitely Philly.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see, because unless you're the Chiefs, nowadays it's like your next year after getting to the Super Bowl
Yeah.
or close, your next year don't really be that great. So
Yeah.
let's see what they do.
Yep.
Because I mean, yeah, there's some headhunters coming out.
Yep.
These teams are getting stronger, and these quarterbacks are fire. So
Yeah, these quarterbacks are fire. Everybody said Wilson, and obviously Aaron Rodgers' ankles. Those shits are not they're not meant to be in the league anymore.
all right. So Jay said he's gonna be live streaming the Cowboys and the Niners game. So catch us on the next one. All right, my guy.
All
Appreciate
right,
it.
brother.
I'll see you on that one. And at the end, we know who the victor will be. With that being said, my guy, pod is good.
All the time.
And all the time.
Pod is good, baby.
I will holler at you, bro. I'll talk to you real soon.
All right, cuzzo.
Peace out.
Peace.
And there you go, ladies and gentlemen, episode 32 of the Pod is Good podcast. Thank you for rocking with us. Please, if you enjoy the content, subscribe to the channel, follow the movement, stay connected with the podcast. We will be coming back with more episodes, more conversations, more inspiration, not only in sports, but in politics and society, family, all of that. All that. We talk about a little bit of everything here on the show. Once again, I am your man, Cashmere, California. Till the next time, I'll see y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'll probably see y'all out there. Peace.